Hey everybody, this is Eli Freestone, and you're watching my Week 2 discussion video for Mobile Interfaces and Usability 1211. So a few apps that I use fairly frequently, the first one being the eBay mobile app. It's a very clean, easy to use design. It is definitely more geared towards checking out your listings, your safe searches, and stuff like that, but it does that very well. It does also have a full-fledged search feature, but I personally don't really like it because once you get into the listings, it gets kind of awkward to use. They try and pack a lot of info and just do a little bar, so I prefer not to use it. It'll definitely get you by if you just need to search for something and you're out and about, you're not around a computer, but it's just not all that great in my opinion. Another one that I use fairly frequently is a game called Bubble Blast 2. It's just a simple puzzle game. You pop bubbles. It's a lot of fun, but you don't really get sucked into it. So it's really good for little micro breaks. You can just play around with it for a couple minutes and then put it away again. It's definitely a lot of fun though. An app that I use actually fairly frequently is called InkPad. It's just a simple note-taking app. I use it for my grocery lists. Just take random little notes if I'm not around a computer or whatever. Not a whole lot of features, but it definitely does what it needs to do, and it does it good. It's a very light app as well. As far as apps that just didn't really cut it, I've had several that I've downloaded and then deleted. I don't really give apps very many chances. If it freezes or has trouble loading, I get stuck in it, something along those lines, before I just give up on it and delete it. But one that really stuck out to me was one I came across when we were researching for, I think it was MMD2 when we built the airline fake pages, and it's the Expedia Hotels app, which really surprised me actually. That it's a really big company, so I figured they'd have, put a lot of money into that. It's really clunky though. It's kind of awkward to get around, and it's mainly based towards their sponsored hotels. So it's pretty much whoever paid them the most to advertise gets featured. So it's not really coming up with the best hotel for your needs, whether it's location, price, or whatever. So I really didn't like that part of it either. Um, I did actually re-download it again today to see if it's still as bad as it was back then. They have changed it a little bit so the usability is more fluid, but it's still based around that sponsored, so it's still not a very good app in my opinion. Before starting at Full Sail, I didn't think I had a whole lot of understanding about usability, but once we started reading about it, it was easy to pick out what I already knew that I liked, what I knew worked well, what I didn't like. So now it was more, I knew why it didn't work. I knew the name of it, stuff like that. It's something that definitely really interests me a lot, though, mainly just because of the human behavior aspect of it. Um, all right, I guess that's about it. This is Eli Freestone, Week 2 for MIU 1211. Thanks for watching. Have a